EIGRP stub configuration. EIGRP supports stub, like 5 different type of stub. When you say stub connected, it is going to advertise only connected network. And also it is going to enable a flag saying, I'm responsible only for these networks. Should not query anything other than this. That's what stub. It's a special message that is being shared by the spokes router to the hub router. Where do you configure stub? Are we going to configure on the hub router? No. We configure on the spokes router so that when the primary route goes down and when there is no backup route, the queries won't be sent to all routers. Only those routers that are capable of responding to the query will be sent. That avoids stuck-in active scenario. Those things we learned in our theory.
Yeah.
So to understand that, I have 4 routers. I'm going to use a notepad to quickly configure the IP address with EIGRP. The autonomous system number that I'm going to use here is 100. All right? And wherever you see X, it is router number. Because I'm configuring this for router 1, I put 1.1.1.1. Interface Ethernet is 0. If you see 0/0, the IP address is 10.12.1.1. Because it is X is router 1. No shed. Interface Ethernet 0/1 is 10.13.1.1. Router EIGRP 100. Networks, I'm saying any network that is starting with 10 on an interface. Those interface should be the part of EIGRP. And then network 1.0.0.0, which is the loopback. And then no auto summary. And then end write to memory. That's all. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it on router 1. Okay, one more thing. I would like to add the host name in the beginning. Okay, R1 is over. Now let's do R2. Router 2, if you notice. Okay, let's do R3 first. Okay, no problem. R2, I put 2.2.2.2.1. I have 2 loopbacks needed there. So I'm going to copy this. And put 1 here. And this will be 2. That's all. And there is only one Ethernet, which is 2.2 here. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And we don't have this interface, physical interface. I remove this. And then I should say 2. Anything that starts with 2.
2.
Let me put this on router 2. Next is router 3. Or let us finish router 4. Router 4 has got only one physical interface. So router 4's physical interface will be 3444. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And then loopbacks are 4.4.4.2, 4.4.4.1, and 2 more loopback interface.
Why this 2 loopback interface required?
Yes, we are going to do some summarization and all.
Okay.
So this is going to be 3. This is going to be 4. See, whatever I have written here, I'm doing here.
Yes.
See at the back. I just want to match with it. I don't want to change my plan. So all the interface that has got 4 in the first octet IP should be part of EIGRP. Copy this and put it on router. Oh no, the host name should be 4. All right, now one more router, which is 3. On 3 router, I have 3 loopbacks, so this is going to be 3.3. This is going to be 3.3. This is going to be 3.3. I don't want this. And on Ethernet 00, if you notice here, I should put 3.3. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And the other interface Ethernet is Ethernet 01.
10.18.3.3.
Okay, so this is going to be 3. Router 3. Router 3, I'm going to copy this and paste it. But I have already pasted. I think every router is finished. Now let us go to router 1 and check. If I try pinging 4.4.4.4, I should be pinging. If I try pinging 2.2.2.2, I should be pinging. Ping 3333, I should be pinging. Am I pinging? Yes. Which means we got EIGRP very well established. I'm going to router 2 and I'll ping. I'm able to ping, which means end to end it is pinging. Now, I'm going to add one more network on R4. That is 44.44.44.44. You know why I'm adding this? This is for stub static. There's a type called stub static, you remember?
Yes.
So for that, I'm adding one, and I'll not advertise this in EIGRP. What I'll do is I will write a static route on router 3 to reach this 44.
In router 4 or router 3?
Router 3, we need to write a static route if you want to reach router 4. Yeah?
Yes.
So on router 4, I'll add the network. Interface loopback 44. IP address is 44, 44, 44, 44, 255, 255, 255, 255. Yeah? And now, please understand, I'm not running EIGRP for this 44.
Yes.
See, what is the name of the loopback? 44. Show IP EIGRP interface. Do I have loopback 44 here?
No.
Now, I'll go to router 3 and say router EIGRP 100. Oh, no, not 10. We gave 100, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
100. And then redistribute static. We have not written static route, but I'm going to write. Okay, let me do one thing. First, I'll do what? I'll write static route. IP route. If you want to go to 44 network, send the traffic to 10.34.0.4. Okay. Now I'll say router EIGRP 100. Redistribute static. You have to give metric because EIGRP needs K values. Static no need any K value, but you are going to now take the static route and give it to EIGRP, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you have to say metric for EIGRP. The K values, I say 1000 bandwidth, and delay is 10, reliability 255, MTU, load to 10 or 20, MTU 1500, some values, 5K values. Okay. Now, what I'm expecting is, even though I am not running EIGRP on 44 network in router 4, because I have written a static route on R3 and redistributed it under R3, I should be able to ping from R1 and R2. Shall we check this?
Yes.
From R3, if you are pinging, it is because of the static route, not because of EIGRP.
Yeah. Why it's not receiving?
Fill it. Wait. I made some mistake. I need to check that.
Route we can fix right.
Oh, this
4.4.
is that's the problem.
34.4.4, yeah.
That is the issue. I remove this and I'll put it back with the correct one.
4.4.
All right, now I will be able to ping that 44. You see, I'm able to ping. This is because show IP route. It is because I'm writing a static route. But if I ask the same thing to router 2 and router 1, it will be because of external EIGRP. Tell me, what is the administrative distance of EIGRP? 90.
90, yes.
But for external routes, it is 170. Got it? Let me show you. Show you.
That
Redistributed. You see?
Okay.
Show IP protocol. You can see here. You see 170.
Distance internal 90, external 170. Okay.
Okay, now if I type show IP route 44, look at this 170, which means it is learned because somewhere someone has redistributed.
Yeah.
See, we are learning via EIGRP, no doubt, but it is redistributed. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, now will I be able to ping? Yes, I can ping. Yeah, show IP route, but it will be seen as external D. 170, it is not 90. Others have got 90. This is 170. You understood? Next is this 4 network, 4444, no? It is coming to router 3. I'm going to summarize there. Please focus right now on R1. If you check show IP route for 4444, you are seeing 4 subnets, isn't it?
Yeah.
And in router 3's routing table, show IP route, do you have any pointing towards null 0? No, you don't have.
Yeah.
Now, after I summarize these into one subnet, then you will see one pointing towards null. And that summarized route only will be given to R1. Okay. So I am going to do manual summarization, interface Ethernet 0/1 IP
4.0.0.
No, summary.
Okay, IP summary.
For EIGRP 100, anything that starts with 4, you summarize like this.
Yeah.
Now, if you go and check the routing table, you will see a line pointing towards null 0. This is how I summarized, right?
Yeah.
As a result, if you go to R1 now, earlier we were having 4 lines of 4 network. Now you got only the summary.
One line.
Okay, now what I want to show here is router 3 advertising the connected network? What is this? Is this connected for router 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this connected for router 3?
Yes, it is connected.
Is this a connected one for router 3?
No, it's not connected.
It's a learned one.
Yeah.
And also it is a summary one.
Correct.
All right. Now, is this 22222 learned one or summary one? Learned one.
Learned one.
Okay. Now, it's time to start STUB. Our router 1 is the hub router, isn't it?
Yeah.
So assume
Mm-hmm.
I have same kind of topology in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what should I tell to router 2? Router 2, I need to say, hey, I am connected to these networks. You
Mm-hmm.
can ask only these networks. Can I say
Yeah.
that? Of course I can say.
Yes.
If I say that, this guy, if R1 wants to query something, it won't query R2 because it knows that R2 do not know about some network other than what it is connected, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it?
Yes.
Do we have any other routers connected to R2? No.
No. Mm.
So if R1 lose any primary route, it should not query R2. So what I do is I go to R2 and say router EIGRP 100 stub
Mm-hmm.
EIGRP stub connected. When I say that,
Mm-hmm.
there will be a special peer
Mm-hmm.
information sent and
Mm-hmm.
R1 will not query. That's all. In the real world, this is how we use this. But you will not know how it works if I do it in R2. Because I said connected, it is going to give, as
Mm-hmm.
usual, the routes, correct? If I put the same configuration in R3, then you will know how this command
Yeah.
works. Yes or no? Because in R3, not only connected
Yes.
you also have learned routes. Okay. Before configuring stub on R3, I would like to show on R1
Mm-hmm.
the condition. Show IP route EIGRP. Do you see routes from
Yeah.
R4?
44.
Yes. This one. It is not only from R4, it is also
Mm.
summarized route
Yeah.
from
Correct.
R3. Yes or no? And this is the
Mm-hmm.
redistributed route from R3. And this is the
Mm-hmm.
connected route from R3. So here we see connected,
Mm.
we have summary, we also have
Distributed.
redistributed. Now, if I go to router 3
Mm.
and say connected, what will be missing?
Redistributed and the other one. Okay.
This will be missing.
Mm.
This also will be missing.
Correct.
You understood? So I should not, in the real world, I should not say stub
Mm.
connected in R3. If you say that, you will not be able to reach 44, 44, 44,
Mm-hmm.
4,
Yeah.
4, 4, 4. Got it? But in order to see
Mm-hmm.
how it works, I'm going to
In
go to
router 3,
router
it
3.
can say like, okay, you can reach me for, uh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that later. Now, let us see how it looks
Mm-hmm.
after configuring stub. EIGRP stub
Mm-hmm.
connected. Okay. Now, as soon as I say that, it sends a special peer information saying, hey, I'm only responsible
Mm-hmm.
for connected network. So all the other thing it will withdraw. It will withdraw the 44 network. It will withdraw
Mm-hmm.
the 444 network. It will
Mm-hmm.
withdraw the summary route. Let us go to router 2 and router 1 and check it. Now if I type show IP route, look
Mm-hmm.
at this, it is
Then,
gone. What is gone?
yeah.
4 network is gone. 44 is gone. If you try pinging, you cannot ping now.
Mm-hmm.
But I have shown here
Mm-hmm.
just how it behaves if I say connected. But in the real world, we will not say stub connected in R3. We will say
Mm-hmm.
only on R2. Okay, I'm just showing you
Correct.
how the stub works. Next, I'll remove the
Mm-hmm.
connected and I'll
Mm.
put
Yeah.
summary. You got it? I'll remove the connected and then I'll put EIGRP stub summary. After this, what do you
Mm-hmm.
expect in R1? You will
Yeah.
receive
Summary
network.
yes.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
You received 4 network,
Correct.
but the connected is missing. You cannot ping 3333 now. But you can ping
44, okay, 4.4.
4 also you cannot ping.
Yeah.
Why you know? Router 4 don't know how to return back, come back to router 1. Okay, what I am trying to show you here is, if I say stub summary only, router 3 will not advertise even it's directly connected. It will only give summary. But in this scenario, you should not do this. I'm just showing you how it works. In the real world, you may have a situation where a router, you want to advertise, you want the router to advertise only the summary. In such scenario, you use this. Now, if I want to ping, then I need both connected and summary. For that, what I need to do? So far, we have seen stub connected and stub summary. But if I want both connected and summary. So for that, you need to type simply EIGRP stub. When you say simply EIGRP stub, both connected and summary will be advertised. What will not be advertised is yeah. Okay, let's go and check. Go to R1, show IP route. You see, 4 is summary. And if I ping 4444, I'll be able to ping. But what I don't have is the redistributed one. 10.34 is coming. It is not learned one. It is also connected to router 3. You see? That is why you are seeing this. Got it? You got a summary. You got connected. You got connected. These are all connected, isn't it? When you simply say stub, EIGRP stub, it means you enable both connected and summary. So far, how many we have seen? 3 we have seen. What are they?
Sorry, what
we
is
have
the question?
seen 3 stub. What are they?
Yeah, stub connected one. And
we have seen 3 type of stub so far. What are they?
And this stub actually, which means summary plus this one, both.
Both. Okay. Okay. Now, we are going to say EIGRP stub static. After I say this, what do you expect in R1?
No.
Will you get summary route? Will you get connected route? Very correct. So let's go and check now. Router 1, show IP route. Edge. See, only the redistributed route is coming. You don't even have connected.
4 we have seen.
Now let us remove that one. So far, how many we have seen? Now let us go to the last one. Before I go to the last one, let me show you the routing table. You have got all of them back. Now, if I go and say EIGRP stub receive only, which means router 3 will not advertise any routes, but it will learn routes. If you go to router 3 now, you will learn from R1, show IP route EIGRP. You are learning from R1. You are even learning the router 2 routes via R1. But when you go to router 1, you will not learn anything from router 3.
Yes.
If router 3 is not giving, even router 4 routes cannot be learned. Cannot be learned, isn't it? Fine. Then how can I reach router 3 and router 4? You need to write a default route here. IP route, any network, any subnet mask, send it to router 3, 10 dot, 13 dot, 13 dot, 3.3, isn't it? Now you will be able to ping
need to
4.
I mean, how they will respond for that.
And no, router 4 knows router 1. Router 4 knows router 1. Show IP route. See router. Okay. Why?
Yep.
We said receive, no?
Yeah,
show
correct.
Receive. Okay, this guy is a STUB now. This guy is what? He is not giving to router 4 also. He won't give because he's receive only. He won't give to anyone. So if you want, then you need to write again another default route on R4 also for the return traffic. IP route, then only the return traffic will come. Now go to router 1 and try pinging. You will be able to ping. All right, so that's the receive only. So if you have a scenario where you don't want to have the route in the routing table, but you want to give route. So R3 has learned it. R1 has given it. R3 has learned it. Even now it is learning it. But nothing is giving. If you have such scenario, then you enable receive only. Are you clear with STUB? EIGRP STUB.
Yeah, I'm clear. Yes.
Are you clear with this concept EIGRP STUB? Are you clear? Is it clear? Fine then. We